Hello, welcome to this short class focusing on foot strength and ankle mobility. Super important for all of us to improve our posture as well as the stability of our ankles and knees and our balance. If you're a runner, extra important in terms of stability and protection of the feet, ankles, and knees, but also in terms of drive, actually pushing off the toes and powering us forwards. If you are a runner, do sign up for the free series, The Strong Runner. The link is just below. And if you want to focus on this area more, I have a full-length class. I'll also put a link to that just below. Grab yourself a block or a big book, something similar. You could actually use a stair. Also, you can do without for today if you like. All right, so coming to stand tall. Look straight forward. Now lift your toes away from the ground and spread them apart. And if you want to glance down just to check, you can do that. Just finding a gap between all the toes as much as you can. And then place the toes back down, maybe maintaining a little gap there if possible. Put a slight bend in the knees, lengthen the tailbone ever so slightly to hug the tummy muscles in, and then push through the feet to stand tall, roll the shoulders back. So foot strength helps with our overall posture. Now exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, take the fingertips to the floor, slide your right toes all the way back and bring that knee down. Come find your balance, bring your hands onto your hips. Don't worry about this lunge or how deep it is or anything. We're going to think about this front foot. So look at the front foot, and again, I want you to pick up the toes, spread them apart. Notice now that helps to lift the inner arch of your foot. See if you can keep that inner arch here lifted as you gently place the toes back down. Now the knee wants to be pointing straight forwards. Hands to the hips, press your foot into the floor. As you do that, you'll feel your hip working. It's all connected. Now relax. If you have a tendency for weakness in the arch of your foot, then you might see it roll in slightly. What we're going to do here is press again, and imagine you want to shorten the foot, so hug the toes and the heel towards each other. So it kind of scrunches up a little bit, and you'll see the arch lift more. Relax. Do that a few times. So you're scrunching the foot. I like to time the breath with the movement. So we're actually doing a little foot workout, strengthening those arch muscles of the foot, which are so important. If you wear shoes all day, every day, then they get weakened, which is why yoga is so particularly great. Relax, we're going to step to the top, use your hands there on the floor, and switching sides. Coming up. So again, initially let's lift the toes, spread them apart. Take a little glance at your inner arch, how lifted it is. And keep it lifted as you drop the toes back down, maybe keeping the gap. That might take a little bit of practice if this is something new for you. Press the foot down, feel that connection into the side of your hip, and then relax. Relax the foot. As you relax the foot, just notice how much more unstable that knee becomes. So foot strength is vital in protection of the knees. Okay, so here we go again. Press the foot down, scrunch or hug the toes and the heel towards each other. Relax. Do a few of those. And you might not be able to see this as well on me on this side. But we're just feeling and also seeing the inner arch muscles of the foot lift. So that was one or two there. Relax, hands down. Step to the top. In an easy fold, maybe a halfway fold. If you experience any kind of cramping in the foot, just do a few, relax, have a little stretch out. Maybe this kind of toe stretch is great. Then you could try again. And that kind of cramping feeling will get less and less the more you practice. Now, grab your block, or you can do without, and maybe try on a step or a stair later on. Actually, initially, just put the block there on the floor in front. We're going to step on it on one foot in a moment. Initially, come to that chair position, which you might know and recognize. Pressing the feet down, pulling them apart, switching on our hips. Relax, come to stand. Now let's find that with one foot on the block. Back to the chair, hands to our heart. Now, press the foot into the block and come to stand and lift the left knee towards your chest and then slowly back down the way that you came. Now, this is not a balance focused class, so if your balance needs practice, then I would suggest first step initially from that chair, coming to stand and just slightly hovering the right toes up or even keeping them on the floor. If you're okay, bringing the right knee towards your chest. Great. Our focus is on the left foot, pressing down. Now imagine you want to suction cup the block up from your left foot. So you feel a sense of that foot scrunching again. Relax. If you do a few of those, the foot should get a little bit tired. The hip will also get tired if it's working properly as it should. Let's do that on the other side. Now, remember, you might just start off keeping the left toes on the floor, or bringing that knee up. Our focus is pressing the right foot down and seeing if we can have a sense of suction cupping the block up from underneath our foot. I have a great balance focus class where we do this in a slightly different way. I'll put the link to that class below too. Good, last one. And relax. Block off to the side. So obviously you could do that without the block. You're just going to try and shorten the foot as you come up to stand, even if it's just on the floor. One last little thing here. Coming to stand up tall. Bending the knees back to this chair position, which has so many benefits. Slide the right toes back. Maybe you take a reach up for a moment here. Now, take the heart forwards and come right onto your toes of that back foot. So toe mobility is very important, as is toe strength. So from here, I want you to push off the back toes and tap your back knee to the front knee. And step it back. Look forwards, maybe you reach the arms, maybe not, but drop the back heel down, lengthening out the Achilles. Lift the heel back up, right onto the toes, chest forwards, push off, and tap. You can always tap the toes along the way. Tap the knees, step it back, and drop the heel. One more. Right up high onto the toes, forward with the chest, push, tap, land, drop. Come back to the top, and we'll do about 3 on the other side. You could always take a few more if you want. Just moving through those in your own time, in your own pace. Again, Not going too quickly and blending the movements, but taking the time to go through that range of motion through the toes and the ankle. Good. Coming down to a seat. Take the feet out in front, nice and long, and lean forwards as much as feels comfortable for you just now for a few breaths here as a nice way to wind down and cool down after that bit of work. Equally, you might like to move on to a longer class or another class. So thank you so much for joining me there. Do let me know your questions, your thoughts, and your comments. Check out all the links. We've got links to the Strong Runner free workshop series, to a fuller length class on this topic. I also mentioned a balancing class, a great one there to check out. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.